10 reasons never to marry Ukrainian women. Are Ukrainian women your fantasy wife, the fulfillment of all your desires, or are they your worst nightmare? Last week, guys, we reviewed Connor Clyne's popular video on his channel, Tsar Experience, called 5 Reasons Never to Date a Ukrainian Girl. Here is a short snippet from it.
I just want to make this video to explain the downsides of dating Ukrainian girls, or just girls in the former subunit in general, for a lot of these tips that I'm going to give you, so that you don't fall under the false illusion that all that glitters is gold. This video, I'm going to give you 5 reasons.
So, guys, welcome back to today's edition of Ukrainian Live, and today we will take a look on just how bad Ukrainian women really can be. Ukrainian women are renowned for being the most beautiful, sexy, elegant, and traditional women in the world. But is it fact or myth? Or is it just a media and marketing-driven fantasy world perpetuated by million-dollar international dating websites to take naive foreign men for every penny they can? And listen, guys, I'd like to start by setting the record straight. You see, our title today is not so much 10 reasons never to marry Ukrainian, as much it is about understanding the downside of Ukrainian women so that you go into this journey with your eyes wide open. I can tell you that Ukrainian women are not for every man, and you need to understand both their positive and negative sides to help you decide if a Ukrainian woman might be right for you or not.
Have you been searching for a beautiful wife? Do you dream of meeting the perfect woman, but haven't found her? Well, imagine if there was a simple way this could all change for you. Imagine if there was a Canadian marriage agency that would introduce you to as many beautiful women as it takes until you find the one. Ukraine, a lost world of beautiful traditional women. At last, a place where you can find the beautiful wife you have always dreamed of. Every Ukrainian woman dreams of having a happy family. Now you can have a traditional beautiful wife from Ukraine, creating happy family memories forever. So what are you waiting for? Register right now and Skype our beautiful ladies completely free. So what makes us different, you might ask? Why not ask Google, simply by searching Match Guarantee Reviews.
So listen up. Today I'm going to set the record straight, separate fact from fantasy, and give you a true and honest picture of Ukrainian women and discuss 10 reasons never to marry Ukrainian women. Nobody's perfect, right? And Ukrainian women are no exception. So let's look at 10 things about Ukrainian women that you might consider as cons. So they are too emotional, like drama queens. They gossip, spread rumors. They are very jealous, too much independent, easily offended and capricious, superstitious, home wreckers, highly influenced by social pressures, for example, like mom, dad, and friends. They are irrational with money and spending habits and can be heavy drinkers or bad mothers. So, hello everyone. Nice to meet all of you today, guys, and thanks for joining me live. I hope this topic will be quite exciting for you and very useful, because I'm going to give you quite specific information just for your benefit, okay? I want to remind you our schedule. Don't forget, we are meeting with you every Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. So next Saturday will not be an exception. And I want to let you know that next Saturday we're gonna discuss topic 5 types of men beautiful Ukrainian women want. So join us next Saturday, and please don't forget to like our episodes and to subscribe to our channel by simply clicking subscribe button in the lower right of the screen. So everything as usual. Okay, so today we continue our exciting topic about main downsides of beautiful Ukrainian women. Last time we discussed with you 5 top reasons never to date Ukrainian women, given just by Connor Clyne, and I'm going to give you today mine 10 main downsides of beautiful Ukrainian women for your better understanding what actually type of women you'd better avoid in Ukraine. So we continue to reveal all negative points of our local women. And the main task for me today is not to break your dream, not to make you give up, but to get full picture of what you are choosing actually. You know, every nation has its specific features and other nations distinguish each other by them. So Ukrainian women are not an exception, and they possess lots of different traits, which are actually the characteristics of Ukrainian nation in general. I would like to add that what is good for one is not good for another, and vice versa. Some of you are looking for a tender, silent, and soft-hearted woman, but some are looking for a strong, fast, confident, and decisive one. Both variants are good regarding your criteria and tastes, right? That said, some of negative features can be easily turned into advantage and some positive ones into disadvantage. Hope you got me. Well, let's see guys what I prepared for you just to make you armed enough to understand whom you're gonna deal with in case you decide to connect your life with Ukrainian woman. By the way, some national Ukrainian features of our women have a historical background. Our women always participated in wars together with their husbands, Kazakhs, gave them advice, supported them, and in case of husband's death, they actually had to survive with lots of kids and to raise kids in these severe old times. The conditions of old Ukrainian times demanded strong and decisive character, fast reaction, wisdom, and many other features which have formed our national women's character. So, well, let's see what I have here for you today. So, the first negative point to my mind, we are too emotional, drama queens. So, yes, you can actually compare our temper with tsunami. We are very jealous, very possessive. We react to everything with different emotions. We have millions of shadows of the same feelings. You will never relax with Ukrainian women. Loud voice, emotional speeches, arguing, lots of plans and ideas in her mind, especially in some chaotic way, in which, of course, she will always involve you. So Ukrainian woman cannot be indifferent. Whatever happens in her life, the reaction will always be tremendous. Regarding this point, I can tell you that Ukrainian women are grumpy. She will barely shut up if she dislikes something. She is ready to argue with the taxi driver, doctor, shop assistant, waitress if she is not happy with the quality of service or even the way they talk to her. Be ready for scandals, no matter where you are together with Ukrainian Girl. Ukrainian women like dramas and passions, otherwise they get bored. She creates big problems from nothing, exaggerating the meaning and importance of every small issue. She likes to be listened to and to be heard by her man, and don't dare even to interrupt her emotional flood. So to be with such an emotionally explosive woman is quite a challenge for every man, and you really need to be a very patient and loving. If you're looking for constant struggle, dramas, emotional tempest of passions, well, then Ukrainian woman is definitely for you. The second one, very negative point, they gossip and spread rumors. Well, frankly speaking, I guess this point is one of the worst national features of our local women. The majority of Ukrainian girls are very envious. They envy everything: nicer body, good man, good house, better job position, financial stability, possibility to travel, nice new dress or phone. Even if her friend managed to lose some kilograms, she will be very unhappy and even can tell her friend that she started to look worse when she lost weight. That's all about women's friendship, by the way, between Ukrainian women. There is always a fight for the place under the sun. I find it really disgusting and I even hate it. If you are with your Ukrainian woman at any special event or party, whatever, be sure she will stare at another women. She will discuss them, their makeup, big ass or short legs, bad taste, new dress or boyfriend, whatever. Last time I gave you a saying, when the Ukrainian was born, the Jew started to cry. So now I give you one more. Neighbor's wife is always nicer and even the pig is bigger. That said, Ukrainian women can't live and sleep well without putting their nose in other people's business. You always will be informed by your wife. If her friend bought a new dress or her man earns more money than you. I have always been envied by others all my life. It's really ridiculous. For example, when I come on weekends from the marketplace and carry big bags with products, all neighbors are watching me and discussing that probably I earn good money because I can afford such an amount of products. That can sound really funny, but for example, when I bought a new house, my ex-colleagues were discussing this fact for a few months. Can you imagine? How she managed, her salary is not so high, where did she get money, maybe she took credit, maybe borrowed. Oh my god, Ukrainian people are really curious, in a bad way I mean, and very envious. Be aware of this really shitty side of our nice ladies and be prepared for that. Number 3, we are very jealous. Yes, we are extremely possessive. If we love the man, we are ready to kill any woman who dares to throw a look at our man. If he says hello to the neighbor and smiles, that's it. Be sure that the woman will never enter your house and your life is under the risk. Every time you meet some nice woman, no matter who, colleague, friend, neighbor, nice shop assistant, whoever, your woman will control your face expression, your body language, and the way you talk to her, the way you look at her. Our women tend to check men's phones. I know lots of personal examples among my friends when cheating was revealed actually by checking phones of the husband. Our women like to come accidentally to men's job place just to show every woman who works there that her husband has such a wife, so to check how he behaves there. By doing this, she actually demonstrates her possessiveness, that she won't give any chance to withdraw her husband. That situation sometimes can be really shameful for you and very unpleasant. And if she smells something, be sure she will take revenge. So take care, guys, and don't give her any chance to worry about losing you. Otherwise, she can turn your life into the hell. Number 4. Independence. We are too free, too independent. Well, we are dominative as well, especially if we feel very confident in man's love. Women can manipulate, convince you to make decisions she needs. She always wants to be a leader in the family, or at least equal partners. Ukrainian woman wants to be free in a way she wants, and she wants to know everything about your life. Your job, your friends, your relatives, your incomes. And believe me, she will be involved in everything. If you won't let her to be involved, be ready for scandals, offenses, and fighting. Ukrainian woman is ready to fight for her rights, and if she is sure she is right, and remember, Ukrainian woman is right in 99.9% of situations, she will fight with you till the last drop of the blood. The last word should be always told by her, not by you. What is extremely bad about this point, Ukrainian woman wants to be free and independent, but she wouldn't like to give the same freedom to you. That said, she will try to limit your spending time without her, meeting friends, maybe relatives even, communication with women, attending parties maybe at your job place, so whatever, your hobbies maybe sometimes, like visiting football match or going fishing or meeting your friends to drink some beer, no matter. But don't dare to trespass her own space. So guys, no equality here, in no way. What I really don't like about this point is that in my mind to be free and independent means equal earning, equal rights, equal freedom, and actually equal duties. But Ukrainian woman wants to be free and to get all rights just because she is your wife. Some of them even won't think about finding a job, but still she wants to control everything by her. Your income, expenses, your time, and so on. Number 5. Easily offended and capricious. I heard this complaint from lots of foreign guys, and it's true. We are really too offensive. And me too, by the way. We understand every word literally. That's why sometimes we don't understand men's jokes, which seem stupid to us, and you, in your turn, think that we don't have any sense of humor. All what's said, we take on our own account. Let's say you are joking about some fat woman. Any woman, okay? Maybe some anecdote or some story of one of your friends. If your woman has some extra kilograms, or maybe she just thinks she has them, get ready to see her offended face. I mean, even if you talk about absolutely different things or people, and your lady thinks she possesses some of these mentioned qualities, she immediately makes a drama and she immediately makes an analogy, and here comes the end of peace between you. So you need to be a real sapper or master not to get her offended. Of course, it stresses men too much, because man wants to feel comfortable, relaxed, instead of being tense all the time and controlling his every word. So think twice before you joke when your woman is next to you, or at least learn how to apologize perfectly. Okay? Number 6 negative point, superstitious. Means, guys, we are too much into magic and some paranormal stuff. You will be too surprised to hear what I'm gonna tell you now. Ukrainian women didn't go far from their ancestors or even African tribes. Using magic was popular here 100 years ago, so it is now. This point, by the way, is very serious and demands your attention. Me personally never accept and I never appreciate when women use magic to keep the man next to her or to make him love her. Don't laugh, please. These things can really ruin your life. I know 90% of men will laugh now and tell that he has started to smell medieval ages, okay? But no matter if you find it funny or don't believe me, it's your choice and right, of course, but be sure it exists in Ukraine and lots of women use it in their dirty purposes. I guess you won't hear much about it anywhere. So, we are very superstitious. We believe in fortune, different signs, bad and good energy, horoscopes, zodiac, reincarnation, black cats, and prophetic dreams. Trust me, no one will walk calmly if sees black cat crossing her way. The mood will be spoiled till the end of the day, even if not more, and the woman will expect when the shit actually will happen at last. Her belief is so great that naturally shit happens at last. So, we go to fortune tellers to see if the husband cheats. The worst thing in all this that we really believe. And we will trust fortune tellers more than our own husbands. If the child has some phobia, and scares something, sleeps badly at night, the first place where we usually go is the special magic woman, desirably very old one and from deep, deep village. That makes us think she is a very professional. How we learn about her? We just call our friends and ask if somebody knows some babushka to help. And it works. In majority of cases, it really works and helps. I guess it's all about the power of belief. Subconscious, because you have a background and it's everything about your mentality. Some of us immediately go to church, some to magicians, but others to both church and magicians. That's kind of strange combination for me. The worst and the most disgusting thing in all this mysterious point that our women ask such old magicians to make special love rites or rites to make the married man leave his wife and family, to withdraw actually the man from the family. I hear a lot of skeptic voices now, but I saw myself destroyed families' lives and destinies by magic rites. Of course, there are lots of scammers among these magicians too, and our women are ready to pay just for hope. For the most skeptical guys and non-believers, I can show you 2 social groups on Viber, which offers fortune teller services. In one group, you won't believe there are more than 10,000 members, and in another, more than 5,000 members. Hundreds of women daily send in these groups their photos of their kids, of their husbands, relatives, and ask questions. What are most frequent questions? Does my husband love me? Does my husband cheat on me? Does my husband cheat on a specific woman? There are also some questions about health, financial situation, job, and kids as well. So, guys, now make a conclusion by yourself. But it's really true, and I think you actually will never hear about this really bad thing of Ukrainian women somewhere. Especially Ukrainian women can use these rights and these specific people if you're a very perspective person, if you're rich, if you have a good job position, or maybe you have your own business, a lot of property. So it's not about love. It's not about love, but just desire to possess the best. Okay, so be careful. Number 7, home wreckers. Yes. To continue the previous point, I want to mention that a huge part of Ukrainian ladies, unfortunately and disgustingly, are ready to date married men. Besides, they are not only ready to date, but they are ready to wait until he leaves his family. So actually they are ready to break the family, no matter there are small kids or whatever. If the man doesn't do it for a long time, I mean, he doesn't leave his family and doesn't change for the new woman, so, and he keeps promising, as always, to fix everything soon, many women are ready for revenge and demolition actions. For example, she can come to work to make a scandal. She can find your wife, can call her and give her all information. They are very cruel when they are fighting for their love and forgetting at this moment that they actually interfere in other family and they don't have any rights for someone's husband because their position actually is illegal, right? Out of law. This lack of moral principles really kills me, and I always blame such women, even if such women among my friends, really. Here is the hint for you. If you ever decide to have love affairs with Ukrainian women, but you being married, I mean, if you have Ukrainian woman as a lover, right? So you are married with another woman. Always take care and protect your family life from her. Sooner or later, she starts demanding your divorce and blackmailing you. So from the very beginning, make your limits, set the frames, and don't give empty promises that you're gonna stop living with your family and in the future you will come to live with her or whatever, okay? So be careful. Number 8, highly influenced by her mom and friends. That is one of the worst things as well about Ukrainian mentality. That concerns, by the way, not only our women, but men as well. Our parents treat kids in an absolutely different way, which absolutely differs from Western approach. The problem is that Ukrainian parents tend to form the feeling of codependence. They interfere in kids' affairs even when kids are 50 years old. They create infantile creatures, not able to make any decisions and to solve their own problems. The other aspect that they very often parents here help their kids in all possible ways and even provide sometimes them financially, I mean. So you will hardly find a woman here who won't ask her mom's opinion and permission. A lot of Ukrainian families were simply ruined by mother's influence and interference, and that's not a joke. If mom doesn't like the daughter's choice, I mean her new man, believe me, she can easily kill your future with a certain Ukrainian lady. Our moms like to visit daughters and to stay there for some period of time. While she's there, she will control everything. How comfortable her daughter lives, how happy she is, how early or late you come back home from work, how you speak to her, how you look at her, if you help her about the house or not. And if she won't like something, she's gonna just poison your family life. So be careful of Ukrainian mothers-in-law, because they decide a lot, and your daughter usually listens to what mom tells. Your main task is to get mom's permission, her appreciation, and approval. Okay, so don't forget about presents if you're gonna meet her parents for the first time. Number 9, irrational with money and her spending habits. That's, I think, everybody knows already. Well, due to the high level of emotional condition, Ukrainian women are crazy about shopping. There's nothing bad, actually, in normal shopping, but we like to buy tons of unnecessary shitty things. Sorry for my French. Shopaholics is the disease of modern women's society, not only in Ukraine, I guess, but all over the world. But Ukrainian women, due to economic situation, are always hungry for getting new stuff, I mean. There are some really pragmatic, rational women here with stable psychics. Such women even can teach you how to plan the budget, how to save the money. She will be aware of all local sales, discounts. She will go to the specific market only because potatoes there may be 50 cents cheaper and the quality is better. So we like collecting things for the black day, as we call it, just in case. Maybe one day we will need it. Who knows? So we tend to collect junk, and it's hard for us, very hard to break up with unnecessary things. So it's better for you guys to have some extra room in your house to give your space for collecting junk. The funniest that we keep buying and buying, sometimes absolutely stupid and unnecessary things of low quality, which we really don't need. We calm down and relax by such an idiotic shopping, I should say. We, by the way, feel guilty. Yes, really very guilty. We are ready to apologize. We realize and we accept this mania. But next day or week, we forget about our repentancies and then just give ourselves a promise. Okay, just one thing, very small, maybe cheap. Oh, not cheap, but it starts again, So it's kind of addiction, obsession. That said, Ukrainian women can be too practical, too economic and pragmatic from one side, but at the same time, they can be absolutely chaotic, greedy in some way, and unreasonable money wasters. But if you guys let us do it sometimes, we will consider you the best husband in the world. So pay attention to this point. And the last one, number 10, heavy drinkers and bad mothers. Will be very surprising for you, I guess. And the last point, the most shameful, I think, and which is actually kept in secret. Statistics claim that in Ukraine in 2018 there were 71,000 of kids whose mothers were deprived of parental rights. Just in fact, in Ukraine 2019 was made 95,000 police reports about cruel attitudes. Among them, just think, 10,000 were made by men. So 1,500 by kids. From 1 up to 3 million kids in Ukraine became witnesses or victims of domestic violence. Since 2019, domestic violence is not an administrative violation anymore, but criminal one now. 65% of kids in Ukraine suffer at least from one type of domestic violence. Annually, more than 400-500 kids are being abandoned by mothers just after birth in the parental houses. Every day, I read horrible news about mothers who burn their newborns in ovens, throw them to the garbage outside, use their own kids for sex industry. There are more than 100,000 women alcoholics in Ukraine, but just officially registered. I mean, when women want to stop drinking and they ask for help, how many do you think we have who are not registered? Due to statistics, every 200th Ukrainian woman is an alcoholic here. But I really guess the numbers are much scarier. So guys, I hope these awful numbers and information won't scare any wise and smart men. As you understand, we can collect such awful statistics practically about any country. Ukraine is not an exception. There are good and bad people in every nation. In Ukraine, as you know now too. But anyway, the most part of our women are really good, sincere, kind-hearted. That's just the matter of your choice and your wisdom. I collected these downsides for you just to make the full image and to help you to avoid main traps while dating Ukrainian women. Just be attentive to every specific moment during communication with her. Take off your pink glasses and be realistic. Prevention is always better than treatment, so try to foresee any possible negative features in advance, not to ruin your life in case you got an inappropriate Ukrainian woman. So good luck to everyone and be careful. Guys, I will be right back just in a minute, okay?
Have you been searching for a beautiful wife? Do you dream of meeting the perfect woman, but haven't found her? Well, imagine if there was a simple way this could all change for you. Imagine if there was a Canadian marriage agency that would introduce you to as many beautiful women as it takes until you find the one. Ukraine, a lost world of beautiful traditional women. At last, a place where you can find the beautiful wife you have always dreamed of. Every Ukrainian woman dreams of having a happy family. Now you can have a traditional beautiful wife from Ukraine, creating happy family memories forever. So what are you waiting for? Register right now and Skype our beautiful ladies completely free. So what makes us different, you might ask? Why not ask Google simply by searching Match Guarantee Reviews?
So, hello everyone again. So guys, that was the information for today. I would like to hear your feedback, and I'm ready actually to answer your questions. Maybe some of you, actually we can count much more downsides of not only Ukrainian women, but women all over the world, because every specific woman has her own specific features. Maybe some has more positive, but one can be or two can be really bad, which you cannot stand, which you just not ready to bear. But anyway, so let's see what you have here. Good day to everyone. George, Kevin, Shivket, Rob. Hello, Loy. You're scared away now? No, don't be scared. That's just an useful information for you, just to be ready, because I understand, like, you hear only good and nice words regarding Ukrainian women, but you should understand we are just normal people with all our disadvantages. Some of us can be really bad. Yes. Okay. Teacup, you have a question. Do Ukrainian men get on their knees with a diamond ring to propose to get married to Ukrainian ladies? I guess last time you asked this question, and I gave an answer. It's up to you. The woman would be happy, okay? Because it's still popular. It's all dating school. It's very romantic. It shows that your feelings are special, and you're not shy, okay? And you're ready for some sacrificing, okay? So you step on your man's ego. So that would be pleasant, but not everybody does it here. So it depends on situation. Somebody goes to the roof of the skyscraper. Somebody puts the ring in the glass of champagne. Whatever. So it's just up regarding your fantasy. So, but if you want to do this scenario, that's fine, and she will be happy, of course. Okay. Hi, Rodney. Thanks. Yes, George. So you experienced drama queen, right? You know how it sounds. Celso, Seraphim, hello. Why Ukrainian ladies are so dramatic? This is not a good mindset. Do you think a nice husband can help her to change this behavior? It's just because of temper. It's like, it's regarding statistic. Like, the most sexiest women in the world were, for example, Brasilia, right? For example, or maybe Spain, or maybe Italy, yes? Because every nation has its specific nationality. Italians, by the way, also very emotional, right? Italian or Spanish, you always will hear loud voices and scandals and arguing, even on the streets, right? Also, Israel people, so gypsies. So it's the same. It's just like by nature. We are like this. We are jealousy, we are possessive, and we are too emotional. So it depends. It all depends on your reaction. it all depends on your reaction. Actually, one day I would like to make a topic how to avoid scandal with the beautiful Ukrainian women. So let me know if this topic will be interesting for you, because there are some specific instructions which can help you. You know, if you know your woman quite well, you know what can provoke her, what can make her to be nervous, and you know how to calm her down correctly. For example, I can give you my own example, okay? I'm a very emotional person, but I'm very passionate, very passionate. I can be patient, I can be very patient for many years. I can keep silence, just shut up for everything, just digesting everything inside of my brains, okay? But one day when I'm full, the flood will start. The most important at this moment, never to interrupt me and never to stop. Okay, I can use even bad words, but if you start to answer back, if you start to tell me, hey, listen, stop telling bullshit, you're not right, blah blah blah, be ready for big storm. Be ready for big storm. But if you just keep silence, listen to me, or maybe even not listen, but pretending that you listen to me, you just give me the chance to release my emotions. And if you're silent at this moment, believe me, after 5 minutes, I will be just calm down. That's it. That's actually very easy. If you know the personality's feature and you know how to calm her down, because of course you will learn it by your own experience, trying this time and this time and this time. You guys, the biggest problem of men, they cannot apologize in a proper way. That's why what makes scandals even bigger sometimes, right? So if your reaction is okay, you know she is jealous, okay? Some can be okay, some can be too much jealousy. So if you know, try not to provoke her, okay? And that's it. Or if she noticed something, that you look at some women, you can always say, okay, I was just looking at her and comparing, and I see now that you are more beautiful than her. Your legs are much more nicer or longer, or your breast is much more shaped, or whatever. So you need to know her. If you're okay with that, if you're not explosive also, and if you're not starting to answer back, actually to continue this scandal, then that's fine. Of course you can influence her, and of course you can change it. Some women can be very bad at the beginning of relationship because they want to show you all their negative sides. By the way, when she's confident in your feelings, she wants to show you the worst way she can be, to see if you're ready or not. And if you pass this complicated period, this difficult period, and if you're still strong and still want to be with her, she just calms down and she says, okay, this man will stay with me in my bad times. He knows how I can be. He's not scared. So of course you can influence. Of course her behavior can be changed. And of course that's just a matter of your reaction. So just try to be a little bit psychologist. But with Ukrainian women, in majority of cases, be ready for scandals, because we are too like bomba. Okay, hope you got my answer and satisfied. Tracy, the peak is bigger. Yes, I mean more fat. That's because of envy. Yeah, we really think, all men think that somebody's wife always nicer, and somebody's fence always taller, somebody's house always better, somebody's car more expensive. So we envy about everything. And as far as show-off mentality in Ukraine, we always want to show we are in a better position, and we all the time compare each other. So that's the bad side about Ukrainian nation. Not only women, but men as well. Men always can be very envious here. No, Tracy, does that mean that the neighbor is a pig? No, it means that if you have a pig and your neighbor has a pig, maybe they are equal, same by the age and by the weight, but you always will think, I see his pig is bigger. That's the same. Like, I have a chicken and my neighbor has a chicken. And every time I come back home, I look at his chickens and they always seem to me bigger and nicer. And I always, But my ducks are better. So it's like just national trait, okay? I must to pray a lot about my protections also. I used to that. I'm not, by the way, I'm an exception. I'm absolutely not envious person in any way, nothing. I just live my life. I just care what is in my family, in my house. I don't actually care what happens, who comes home, what time, with whom, how loud it was. Oh my God, I never watch it, never look at this. But people here, yes, but that's fine. Yannick, hello, nice to meet you. I see you managed to visit us today as well, to join us. KGB agent, by the way, yes, some of my foreign friends called me KGB woman because I control everything. But my control is not in a bad way, my control in a good way, because I like to plan everything, to schedule everything in order to avoid mistakes. And if my schedule is ruined, oh my God. So, but yes, I like to control, I like to be involved in everything and just to give instructions, to direct people in the right direction. And usually I think my direction, of course, is right. So be careful. Yeah, always right. Yeah. No, I mean, when the person is right, you actually need to have a background. Okay, if you are wise and smart, and if you really understand what you are talking about, and you really have knowledge and wisdom and professional skills, and if you're sure, and this is really correct, so it means you have background, so why not to listen if your woman is wise? But if she's just talking bullshit and just because she wants just this way, of course, that's not correct. Yes, George, you're correct. If she doesn't like a friend of yours, she can tell them behind your back not to visit again. Yes, or she can make some specific unpleasant situations. She can make specific face expression when these people come to visit you. She can really demonstrate her negative attitude, so she can make people feel uncomfortable in your place or next to you. So people will just stop coming to your place. That's it. And that's not only about women friends, that's about colleagues or whoever, your relatives. So people will start to feel that they are not welcomed in your house. So actually, day by day, you will have more rare friends, visitors, I mean, who comes to your house. Celso Vita, you're scaring me. No, can't see you doing scandal in the middle of street slow. I can. If it's something what is really principled for me, I can be really bad. Yes, believe me. But don't be afraid. You need really to try hard to make me furious. And not everybody can do it. But some manage. The dice Manuk sounds like Ukrainian women are uber high maintenance and you have to pay dollars for the privilege for such behavior. No, that's only about your choice. And I know that some guys prefer silent and calm women, just like housekeepers, just to feel comfortable and cozy when they comes back home. They don't need any professional career or some plans for the future, some perspectives or whatever. They just like to have cozy woman, like mom, okay? Some looking for partner, some looking for friend, some looking for companion, some looking for co-worker, co-colleague. So you can manage together, you can put your goals, you can achieve your goals. Some really would be proud if his woman gets some professional position, like high position, okay? And That all depends. And some men like spicy women. I mean, like active, emotional, noisy. Because of this, they like, because with another type of women, they just can get bored. That's also about your temper and your tastes. Yes, George, correct about jokes, and we all need to apologize for this. Yes, just be very careful with jokes. No matter if I think I'm a little bit fatty and somebody start to joke about fat people, oh yes, I can be offended. That's about anything. So just the problem if the woman thinks she also has some of this feature. Be careful. Tracy, you need to learn how to apologize. Just, my husband learned this after 10 years of marriage. Before, no. He is not right, but he will keep silence. But because I'm wise woman, I don't want silence in the house for few days. So yes, I start conversation by myself. But when I'm too offended or too angry, I can wait. So now he learned. Now he learned it. It's very easy, guys. If you want peace and if you want normal communication, just come, hold her or hug her and say, oh, my dear, just sorry. I'm a little bit stupid. Yes, was my bad. Okay, that's it. And she will be, oh, maybe she will push you for the second, say, no, you continue a little bit convincing you that she was right. You just say, yes, dear, you are correct. As always, because of this, I love you. So sorry, it was my mistake. That's it. In the family life, what is very important, not who is right or who is wrong, but who can be flexible, who can say sorry, and who is ready to make peace again. In the family, there are always provoker and always peacemaker. So that depends. If you know your woman is very easy to calm down, so she scream and shout for 5-10 minutes, you just give her this opportunity and then she is like, okay, again. So that's it. But if you know she tends to keep silence for days or week, and if you don't like it, of course, because you feel tension, this is negative atmosphere in the house. So yes, you need to know. For example, my elder daughter, she's always surprising how easily I can calm down. I can be very angry at her actions because she is a teenager. So something she can really make me crazy. Okay, so I can be really angry. But after just 2 minutes, if she keeps silence, I give her tea, some sweets, and say, oh, my dear, my bunny, sit with me, drink tea. And she always surprising how you can be so changeable. Just in few minutes, you were angry like a crazy, and now you just give me tea, give me sweets, like you forget everything, because I don't want to prolong, to continue the scandal. So that's all about your reaction on this. Rodney, if they want their freedom, do what they want, but do not want guy to have his, do that, they then cheat. No, freedom can be different. Freedom also should be used wisely. And what we understand under freedom. If she want to communicate with her friends, relatives, colleagues, to meet with them sometimes, that's fine, okay, no problem. But sometimes if you give too much freedom, she can feel too free, and it can give her reason that she can go further. So if you think this freedom is not reasonable, not correct freedom, so you need to sit down to drink some coffee or wine and explain her, listen, if you want to do this, so it means I can do that too. Or let's put some frames, okay? If I cannot do it, so you cannot do. But it's all about compromising, being flexible. Being flexible, I don't mean you need to be on your knees to step on your man's ego and to let her do whatever she wants. No, because I know some families where the man works hard, earns money, constantly busy, doing everything for the family, cooks, cleans, take care of family, pay attention to kids, whatever. So he's actually a very good husband. And the woman just laying on the sofa, being on social networks, attending gym, drinking coffee with her friends, being busy with her beauty, doesn't want to do anything about the house, and she wants still to be free and independent. Not earning, not working, not doing everything for husband, for kids, for house. So that's not equal freedom. So why? Then you need to stop it. Being flexible, it's not given the reason to clean the shoes on you, right? So be careful with giving her too much freedom. George, mine saw two spaceships at home, and magic is real to them and quiet about it. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, but spaceships, okay, I will tell you now, but you will laugh. When I was child, not so much to make a fantasy, but I really saw some spaceships, and not only me, a lot of people in our yard when I was living in a 9-storied building. All people were gathered in the yard, and we saw few spaceships. Don't think I'm crazy, okay? But yes, something exists anyway, you like it or not, because you can see it also from some reactions of animals, because I have a lot of animals at home. I adore animals. So sometimes you can see specific reaction of them. They stare at the same point, maybe they start to look nervous, they start to be aggressive without any reason. Sometimes kids also, they're very sensitive, they can feel something, but not always. Of course, some people can be crazy, yeah? But anyway, we don't let people whistle in our house, because we consider there won't be any money in the house. We don't put money on the table. We try to close the windows when the moon is shining. So every woman has these specific strange things. You just listen. If you don't believe, okay. But if you see she's too much in that, like getting crazy really, so bring her to psychologist, okay, or psychiatric. Anyway, you understand. Okay. My girl was afraid to go into the torture dungeon at the Communist castle. I was surprised. Yes, we can feel bad energy. Yes. When I was buying a new house, it was 5 or 6 years ago. So we looked a lot of different houses. We found really good, practically new house made from bricks in a good location, okay, quite big. I don't know why I felt there very bad, like something really negative, You walk, you see everything is fine, but you don't understand why you want just to run out, And thanks God we didn't buy that house, we bought another one where I feel at home, absolutely calm and comfortable, but still we are very emotional, sensitive, and we have very good intuition and these 6 feelings, So listen to us sometimes. Don't make us to go to magician to make a special, right, and magic against you. Yeah, horoscopes, that's another story. We used to check horoscopes if we fit to each other. Okay, we know Taurus is very good with maybe Scorpio or Lion or whatever, but if not, or she will check all possible zodiacs and horoscopes whenever she finds, okay, they finally fit. Or maybe then if she really likes you, but she knows this zodiac not matching each other well, so she will try to find the way there they match, maybe in the sex or maybe in the friendship or maybe, yes, but really not everybody, but still a big amount of people. I just can show you guys. We have few minutes. 1 second. Maybe it will be interesting for you. Just to see the amount of... No, probably I won't find it quickly. That you don't think I'm lying to you. Okay, I found. Tarot tarot cards, you know, cosmo energy, whatever, something like this. So every day, every evening, the women open the chat, and everybody who has some specific questions, they can show their question and they can get an answer. So I will show you. Oh my God, there's millions of messages. You can never find. Maybe you see it's just like cards. She explained everything. And if you look in the gallery of this group, so look at this. All these photos you see, and the question is typed there. So people ask about future together, about possible pregnancy. And if we look, you can see all these people ask questions every day. So you can see the amount. That's not my fantasy or not my imagination. So you see, right? If we will buy the car, if my husband, sometimes people give specific name, like my name is Natalia, his name is Andrew, and if he cheats with Elena. So can you imagine the amount of this belief? Okay, guys, so we have 4 minutes with you. David, I can't figure out how anyone can buy a house in Ukraine. They don't have mortgages like in the West. Yes, I just sold my apartment, my garage, my dacha, if you know what does it mean. It's like kind of garden and orchard with a small house, which we got in Soviet Union time, my grandmother. So I got it from her. Then I took all money from credit cards. Yes, and I had a huge debt, which I was paying back for 3 or 4 years. Yes, but now it's over, so why not? I have a splendid house in a wonderful place, so why not? But it depends on what house. And the house wasn't new, by the way. Nobody lived. I wanted, because I didn't want somebody's energy in that house. That's also very important. So okay, guys. Unfortunately, we have just 2 minutes. We have to finish soon. Okay. I want to remind you that next Saturday we're gonna meet with you same time, okay, and 10 a.m. Eastern time, as always. And the next topic will be 5 types of men beautiful Ukrainian women want. So I'm gonna give you quite characteristic what we are looking for in men, actually. Okay, so I think also will be interesting for you. Please don't forget to like our episodes and to subscribe to our channel by simply clicking subscribe button in the lower right of the screen. Hope everybody learned this movement already. Okay, so I wish all of you nice weekends. If you have some questions, don't hesitate to ask it even in comments after the video. As soon as I read it, I can answer you always. So thanks for joining me. Have a nice weekend. Love all of you and see you next Saturday. Okay? Bye-bye.